Good morning, my people. Welcome to Capital Wealth Counsel. Welcome, welcome. We haven't touched base in the last 2 weeks, and I think this is the perfect moment to have a chat and give you guys some info tips that you need with your financial planning and objectives. Seeing that we're fast approaching the end of the 2024-2025 tax year, which closes the 28th of February. I thought it was a good time to discuss some of the tax benefits that you and I can take advantage of. Try and maximize your tax rebates and maybe revisit your investment planning with regards to the long term, where we all want to secure our financial future. And I'm basically talking about retirement planning. And today's topic, I thought maybe let's talk about securing your future by planning for those golden age. Your golden age obviously being your retirement days and all. For those that are new to the channel, my name is Edward Banda. I'm a certified financial planner at Capitalwealthcounsel. My role is just to give holistic financial planning advice to many clients. We're independent, therefore we always try and find the best solution for the client depending on your circumstances. And essentially, this channel is just to provide you with the relevant info tips that you need to make those financial decisions, and to also provide guidance and point you in the right direction on how you can, create your wealth, protect it, and even build it further. Also note that the contents of these conversations do not constitute financial advice. It's just general info tips. And if you do need to consult with a professional, please, you can take the conversation further with your broker, your financial advisor, or even simply request a meeting from our team at www.capitalwealthcounsel.co.za. Yeah, securing your future for the golden age. I mean, retirement is a significant milestone for everybody, and I think it does require careful planning and preparation. And if you're one of the many South Africans that's due to retire in the next 15-20 years, I think it's crucial that you actually start thinking about your goals for the golden age now, and maybe taking proactive steps to ensure a financially secure future. Excuse me. And I think for me, typically, the whole concept of retirement planning, I think there's just two critical elements that one needs to look at. I think the one, in simple terms, we would call it a capital need, where you need to raise this lump sum of capital between now and the day you turn 65. If you're 30 years old, you've got 35 years to raise capital that you will then turn into an income source. So it's either your capital that you're going to raise before you retire, and then that capital becomes a source of your income. So if effectively, it's that simple. I mean, first thing you got to do, if you're not already doing it, is to assess your financial situation. Try to evaluate your overall position, like where do you stand at the moment. I mean, if you're in permanent employment, you probably belong to a pension or a provident fund that is through your employer. You can start there, look at the current balance in that portfolio with your contributions that you're currently making in it. And most of these statements will actually show you a projection of how much you're likely to have by the day you do retire. That forms your capital. And some of you guys already, if you do belong to a pension and provident fund, you probably do also have a retirement annuity linked to that to supplement or to add more funds onto your existing, or as well as to take advantage of the tax benefits that come with that. For those that are self-employed, I think the only option is to obviously invest through those retirement annuities. So by assessing your financial position, essentially, it's basically trying to understand your anticipated expenses in retirement. So if I earn 50,000 at the moment, and I anticipate that my retirement costs are going to reduce to call it 30,000 rand because I've paid off my some of my debt and my kids are no longer in school, you can actually start planning 20 years from today to be able to anticipate how much capital you need to raise so that it can provide for those retirement expenses when that time arrives. And then between that, you then divide your expenses between essential expenses, which will be things like your medical aid, healthcare, food, transportation, utilities, and if there is any other activities or budgets that you want to put in place, that will form within your discretionary retirement, being your holiday, money for leisure and entertainment and the like. And then I think secondly, you just need to know the source of your income. For those that in pension funds, it's straightforward. Your retirement income source would probably be part of the drawdown that you make from your pension and provident funds. Or if you do have an RA or retirement annuity, that will then form part of those retirement income. And I mean, for those that haven't started saving for retirement, I'm not sure if you are aware that, you know, the South African old age grant for guys over the age of 60, I think currently it's about 2,080 rand per month. And if you're older than 75, they then pay you about 2,200, which is nearly not enough for an average South African. I mean, think about it. If you go out for dinner with your partner or your family, you could easily spend 2,000 rand. So if your lifestyle is at that level, this should actually be a wake-up call to say, as much as we trying to live and enjoy our monies today, you still need to think about the golden age and start planning and preparing to save for that retirement. And if you're already saving for retirement, for those that are already saving, I'm sure you are aware that, you know, each individual taxpayer can claim a deduction on their combined contribution to retirement funds. What I mean by combined is if you do, say, contribute 5,000 rand to your employer pension fund and 2,000 rand towards a private retirement annuity, your combined contribution of 7,000 between the two products will then qualify for a tax rebate from SARS. But the rules, they stipulate that you know, the tax deductible contribution is limited to 27.5% of your annual taxable income. So the money that you make between the 1st of March, say 2024, to the 28th of February 2025, that will be your tax year. The total money that you've made, you can deduct 27.5% of what goes into these retirement products, and there's a ceiling. So that deductible limit or contribution is limited to 350,000 rand per annum, which is around 29,999, or call it 30,000 rand a month. For some of you guys, you'd probably put this as a lump sum into your existing retirement annuities and all. But and then, like I said, these contributions can be made in two ways, either through your employer's pension or provident fund, or retirement annuity, which is an alternative for those of us that are self-employed and or you work for an SME or a corporate institution that does not have a pension fund structure, and they give you all the money so you can go do your own planning. So, and it's the main reason why I thought we have a word or chat around this, because we've got to the 28th of February this year to maximize on these tax refunds from SARS. I mean, a simple exercise that one can do if you just want to know your current position is to maybe just calculate how much income you're likely to have earned by the 28th of February. A simple example, I think, let me put it in way of numbers. For the guys in the super bracket, if you earn more than 1,817,000 and above per annum, these guys fall in a super bracket where your annual income tax rate is 45% of the 1.8 million. For this particular individual, if they were to then contribute the maximum allowable contribution, for instance, into a retirement annuity as a lump sum, as a lump sum of 350,000 by the 28th of February, you will then, when the tax filing season opens, I think it opens around May, June of this year, because this 350,000 would have fallen into the previous tax year's contribution. You will then, assuming you do not owe SARS and you do not have any income tax penalties or other deductibles, just from the retirement annuity contribution of 350K, you could then get a tax refund or rebate of 157,500 Rand, which is 45% of the 350. But bear in mind, your 350 will now be stuck into that retirement annuity and it will continue to grow until your retirement age. But your rebate or your tax refund, because of that action, will give you back about 157,000, which in real terms, if you look at from an investment point of view, that's almost like a 45% return by you deciding to stash money aside for the retirement. And I think this is very clever by the state, and what they're trying to do is to encourage you and I to also set up our own private retirement savings if we do not belong to a pension or provident fund. And the incentive is the tax rebate, which hopefully will relieve the burden on the state for everyone to go claim those 2,000 rands from the SASSA grant, which is really smart. And if you do reinvest your rebate of 157 back into your RA, you would have essentially built a financial asset worth 507,000 because of this transaction, with your real capital being 350,000. So very, very smart, best time to take advantage of. And then obviously these monies will continue to grow tax-free until the day you retire. And whatever the future value would be of these savings will become your retirement income that you can now draw a monthly salary to then supplement your essential living expenses during your retirement days. And I think another vehicle that was recently introduced many years ago is the tax-free savings account. Again, that's a wonderful opportunity available to also use towards your retirement saving. I think for those that are unaware, you are allowed to save a maximum of 36,000 Rand per annum as a lump sum, or if you're already paying a monthly debit order, which is around 3,300, it will then take you to the 36,000 Rand per year by the 28th of February. But if, say, for instance, you are currently saving 1,000 Rand per month into your tax-free saving, that will then equate to about 12,000 Rand by the end of the tax year. You can still then add the difference as a lump sum, say, is that about 14,000, that you can then, no, it's, yeah, 24,000 that you can drop as a lump sum into your current debit order to then make the total annual contribution to 36,000. The state says you can put in about 500,000 Rand in your lifetime, depending on your age. But typically, if you're maximizing the 36K contribution into the tax-free account per annum, it will take you about 14 years to actually contribute the 500,000 Rand lifetime limit. And you can then leave these monies to continue growing, and whatever the future capital or balance will be at your retirement age, you then can choose to draw an income from your tax-free savings account and not pay tax. So the whole idea about this product is to say stash money aside for the long term, and we're not going to charge you tax on the growth of your investment, which is another beautiful vehicle that one can take advantage of. and use towards their retirement savings. So I think folks, between now and the 28th of February, if the budget is there, it doesn't matter how much it is, try and pump additional monies into your retirement annuities and your tax-free savings account so that you can create a beautiful asset, financial asset for yourselves and your spouse. So you then will be able to enjoy those golden ages, and and not be a burden to your family members. And unfortunately for some people, as you get older, your health deteriorates, and how worse can it be if you actually don't even have the financial backing to look after yourself? But if you're going to live your golden age in good health, you've got all the time in the world to actually, travel, go on holidays, play a game of golf, and, hang out with your mates, because, your working career is over and you've got all the time in the world. And that luxury of time will require some financial outlay. So let's get started, folks. If you need help or you need more information, you please do get in touch with Capital Wealth Counsel via our website, www.capitalwealthcounsel.co.za, or leave a comment on our YouTube channel, and we'll surely be able to get a reputable financial planner to sit down with you and discuss your financial needs, or just simply analyze your current financial position, and even maybe show you a few projected numbers on what your retirement situation is going to look like. And then, let's get saving, people, and make that money. And thank you for watching. Just remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and so you'll be the first to be notified whenever we upload new videos. And for our returning subscribers, thank you very much for the support. We really appreciate, and wish you all a happy month of love. Speaking about month of love, I mean, for some of you that are financially savvy and you do not have ideas of what to give your partner as a Valentine gift, you could actually set up a tax-free retirement, tax-free savings account, pump 36 grand into that investment, and give the fund statement to your partner as a lasting gift that is going to continue to grow as your love grows, how money grows. Or set up retirement savings. You can even do it for your kids. I mean, Valentine's is not just for I think husband and wife. You could still gift your daughter, your son, with a tax-free savings account that we can set up in the child's name, as a thank you for the happiness they bring in your household. So many ways, and I think we need to become creative as we move ahead and start gifting each other differently. And I mean, who would say no to a gift of cash that is, likely to grow? Yeah, good thought. I think it's a good idea. Thank you for watching once again, and we'll see you in the next video.